Hey everyone, SRN347 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club Blind. In the last episode, a bunch of important stuff happened. A friend of mine asking if he can watch. Yes, this is a video. You will be able to watch this. But I don't want to spoil any of that for now. Wouldn't want him to see this out of sequence. Anyway, we left the last episode off on a cliffhanger. Which option will I choose? Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. He forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. No, Sayori, you're not being punished. That said, if writing poetry about it helps, write poetry about it. I always did want to get things back to the way they were. You know me better than anything. Ah! Sayori! I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding her feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. What, like choosing that last option differently? I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. She'll always be my dearest friend. It's the day of the festival. Maybe that'll cheer her up. She's not answering her phone. I considered going over to her house to wake her up, but that's a bit much. Yep. Everything regarding the festival is being handled. Oh, I'm the first one here? Monica's placing little booklets on everyone's desk. I didn't bring Sayori again. Yeah, she overslept. I thought we had an agreement. Neither of us would do that anymore. And on a day this important. I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, why was that not a choice? That seems like they could have legitimately given me that option. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? You don't know the full story, do you? Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, hopefully. I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she's practiced. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I'm gonna skip forward a bit. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Are you there? I'll respond to him afterwards. It's unprofessional to do this stuff on screen, and it would be a spoiler if I told him where I was in this. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Percent. What's a percent sign doing up there? Oh, that's the name of the poem. Percent. Huh. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. I'm guessing this is about me. I'll go get Sayori. Hopefully she's not too sad I didn't return her feelings. Takes time to heal from these things, or so I've heard. I told her yesterday that things will be the same that they've always been. That's what I need to give her. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Anyway, it just feels right. Outside her room, I knock on the door. I don't want to enter her room without her permission. The breach of privacy. No! 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 No. An exception has occurred. Is this a simulation or something? Is this a game? I mean, I know this is a game, but is this a game within a game? Huh. What the heck? What the heck? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. So this does become a horror game. Everything was normal until a few days ago. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday I told her I would be there for her. Why would she do this? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? This has to be what pushed her over the edge. My fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her. I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Is that subtle hinting? Are you lampshading that I have the option to state restore? Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. End? Well, I could load game, or I have this. What is this option? I see an annoying girl. Wait. That girl is... bleh. Huh. Why is her name corrupted? And her sprite? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Huh. Oh, this is what would happen if Sayori wasn't in my life, I think. Monica? This is the same explanation as before. Yep. Yep, this is some reused dialogue. So is this like an alternate timeline in which Sayori was never around? How many members do you have? Only 3 of us so far. 3. Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki. So yep, Sayori is deleted from their timelines as well. I'm sure later I'll go back and like make the other decision, but first I want to follow the rest of this timeline through. See if I can do one full playthrough without any state restores, any undone decisions. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Sean, by any chance, are you still looking for a pub to join? Oh geez, do I still get peer pressured into joining the literature club, even in a universe without Sayori? I was so close to getting to join the anime club, but nope, no anime for me, not today. Not in this universe and not in the last universe. Hey, last time I sold my soul for a cupcake, now I only sell it for a smile. Geez, my price has gone down. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Huh. Stuff is happening. So let me guess. Hey. Oh yeah, that's what happens because I don't know your names yet, apparently. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Yep. This is dialogue I've been through before. But I can't skip it because I haven't been through it before in this universe. Alright, so we sit down, there's some desks. It's my duty to make sure people enjoy the club and whatnot. Yep. Especially when it's literature. Well, I guess. She reluctantly agrees. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yep, there's no cupcakes, but there's still tea. Wait, why are there no cupcakes in this universe? They only deleted Sayori. They were made by Natsuki. Looks like she wants to say something. Not much of a reader? Well, that can change. Yes, it can. She goes on, passionate about her reading. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. A horror book. Is that what she claims to have read the first time around? Or is that actually lampshading the horror of the game? I swear they changed that. Didn't she say last time something about writers taking advantage of the lack of your imagination or something? Anyway, you write your own poems? Sure, why not? You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerabilities and whatnot. Yep. We've been through this. No, don't you dare suggest we write poems. Dang it. I thought it was a good idea. Do you agree as well? I never said I would join this club. Do they still pressure me into it? The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form a club. We need 4. Dang it. They still have an excuse. They still have a way to pull me back in. It could be fun, right? Alright, let's end this meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I guess I'll be on my way then. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these 3. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Of course. Does anyone ever click no on that? I'd be really curious. If any of you out there clicked no on that option, just no, I'm not interested in a special poem. But please comment saying why you would ever choose that. Let's see. That wasn't a poem, that was just some pixels. Oh well, standard procedure. Melody, vitality, laugh, precious, vanilla, philosophy. I will not confuse this with inescapable again. You have been included one too many times. Why are there only 2 of you? I swear there were 3 of you before. Fun. Wait, does the one that jumps when I choose something have anything to do with stuff? Analysis. Childhood. It does. Jump. Hey, I chose jump and she jumped. Games. Huh, I would not have expected Natsuki to be the one I'm the most compatible with. Doesn't she like hate me or something? Entropy. Invaluable. Peaceful. Vibrant. I have no idea which one of them is going to end up with more. I'm not actively going after one of them or the other with the words I'm choosing, just letting you know. Ocean. Really, that one's a little surprising. Awesome. Eternity. And vivacious. Is this technically a new game, or is this the intended continuation? This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Yeah, I feel like this is the main path. This is the continuation of the game. Wait, did she just stand in front of the dialogue? I don't think that was actually intended to be like part of this universe is glitching plot. I think that was just an actual glitch. Like you said, I'm in the club now. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget what I said. No, it's okay. You've convinced me once before to pick up literature. I could get convinced again, for old time's sake. Trace is already buried in a book. Yep, just like old times. I catch a glimpse of the book. That only makes her bury her face deeper in the book. It's fine. I was just rereading a bit. Not for any particular reason. Why do you have 2 copies of the same book? Hey, this is new dialogue. None of this came up last time. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. I look at the cover of the book. Portrait of Markov, with an ominous-looking eye on the front. It's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Dang. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. That is kind of dark. I am curious how it ends, though. I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. But because the world is full of horrible people, we're all worthless anyway. Get out of the way, I want to see what she's actually saying. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I didn't mean to skip that. I don't know what that said. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I need to click less frequently. It is a literature club after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yep, I sit next to Yuri and start reading the book. Not that I don't want to, I'm just not used to it. Reading in someone else's company. Understandable. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but somewhat comforting. Oh, she's not actually looking at her own book. Did that just say I was just bathing in your body heat? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm. We're huddled even closer than before. Wait a minute. No, I see how this is gonna go. You're gonna put me into the same position as last time, aren't you? And do I love her, or do I like her as a friend? And if I choose like her as a friend, are you gonna kill her off as well? Are you gonna take away all my friends just because I don't like them as more than friends? Astaroth, god of evolution, why do you do this to me? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. She no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Whatever works. The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. I don't relate to this character at all. Just the way she second guesses herself. I don't know why that even came into my head. Yeah, something is going on over here. I need to focus on this part of the screen. Something's changing. You can rest if you're feeling sick. Your breathing is... Okay, her eye is moving. That was it. Something caught my vertical peripheral vision. Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Don't push yourself. And then she basically rushes out. I have no idea. She was acting a little strange. Just making sure you didn't do anything to her. I believe you. Yuri is silly at times. And now we're going to read the poetry to each other. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, we will resume with our incarnation of the previous universe and share our poem with these guys next time on Doki Doki Literature Club. I have been SRN347 and I will see you later.